here's my speech audience. And Luke, I guess you didn't see Luke. Okay. So, for my informative speech, I'm going to be telling the pros and cons of online schooling. After the COVID epidemic, it became very popular, and there are several ways that you can be either good at online learning or you can be bad at it. So, for my first pro of online learning, we have flexibility. During the online learning process, it can be helpful or it can be helpful because students sometimes have to travel, like to see family or for other reasons such as sports, whatever it may be. Flexibility can help because they can do their assignments and they can learn on their own time if they need to, before or after they go places or for sports, whatever it may be. Next we have, for the pros, we have students who struggle to learn at a normal pace. Whether they be quick learners or slow learners, it can be beneficial. They can learn at their own pace. They can manage their time better. If they're slower at learning, they can work through classes and absorb more information on their own time versus having to run through it really fast with a teacher or not completely understanding. They can get the help that they need through online learning. If they learn really fast, they won't be bored in class all the time. They can take more challenging courses through online learning, and they can finish it quicker and move on to the next thing, or it might help to slow them down a little bit if they have more challenging courses. The last thing we have for the pros, they can be comfortable with their surroundings. This is a big one because a lot of people are sensitive to things like light or temperature, or just a lot of people makes them overstimulated. So it helps them to learn successfully if they have dimmer or brighter settings, more or less people, and the temperature. A lot of people have disorders where they might faint if they get too hot. So it helps them, they can regulate the temperature wherever they're doing their online learning. And then moving into the cons of online learning, there is less in-person interactions, so they might not have as good social skills, but they can still have social skills through online learning through groups or friends or other classmates. It just won't be in person. It could be virtually, or they just won't have as well time making friends or other relationships. And then there tends to be lots of procrastination in online learning. There's lots of studies on that, where students don't get their work turned in on time or don't do it, and it just results in a failing grade. It's harder for them to gain credits because they don't stay on task. They just decide not to do assignments or not finish them on time. And lastly, a lack of structure. If there's not structure in a classroom or a learning setting, students might, again, procrastinate and just not do the assignment as well. So they can be successful if they have a good structure. They could make a structure and be okay, I have to do this, this, and this in this order every single day in order to be successful through online learning. So to conclude, there are many pros and cons of online learning. Some of the pros include flexibility, learning at their own pace, and comfortable surroundings, while the cons include less in-person interactions, procrastination, and a lack of structure. These things could be beneficial or destructive towards a student's learning process and environment. The end. Here's my... Oh, the sources. Okay, I got the sources from iconschools.org, chantillynews.org, dalquestnews.org, skylearning, study.com, yellowdig.com. Those are my sources.